Oh, Chris Brown. Chris Brown. Chris Brown. What did you do? You know you are not people's favorite artist like that. And the one group of people that really had your back when the whole Rihanna situation was going down was, believe it or not, dark-skinned women. You just alienated your fan base, and I hate to say it because I really, really like you as an artist, Chris Brown, but I think that you're about to be canceled as far as music goes. Hey everybody, thanks for listening. This is your girl, Mattel Little Cole. I'm coming to you straight out of NYC on this, you could say, kind of beautiful Wednesday afternoon. So I'm going to get into it. Chris Brown basically did something really foul, really, really stupid, but also very immature. And for a person that just turned 30, who's been in and out of the legal system, the last thing you want to do as an artist is alienate your fan base. The last thing you want to do is make yourself look like you're the villain of the story, especially when you're portrayed as a villain the whole time. So I'm going to keep it short and simple. Basically, Chris Brown has released a new album, and he has a song on the album called Need a Stack. And there was a lyric in the song that states, "Only wanna F black bees with the nice hair." So you know Twitter went crazy. You know social media went crazy. But instead of taking the criticism and just saying, you know what, let me just remove this lyrics and let me just change it, he basically just got upset, criticized the fans for criticizing him for having this song. Now you got your mother co-signing it in an indirect way, even your baby mother that you've had beef with in the past. And both of these women have the quote-unquote good hair. Now, I'm going to go into something that a lot of people may not know. Chris Brown has a very brown-skinned father. He doesn't come from a too light-skinned parent household. His father is dark-skinned, and he is a correctional officer in the West Virginia, I believe West Virginia or North Carolina jail system. His mother, I don't know what she does, but from what I read years ago, I don't know if this is true, but I read that his mother is half white, that his grandmother, his maternal grandmother, was a white woman. I could be wrong, so if I'm wrong, just correct me on that. But this is something that I read before the whole Rihanna incident. Now, what I found very interesting about Chris Brown saying this is that people have stated that when he has events, when he goes out with his peoples, he has a sign that states no dark-skinned girls allowed. I saw Chris Brown when I was in my early 20s. He was an up-and-coming artist, and he used to live in Harlem. He lives in Harlem on 145th Street between St. Nicholas and Convent Avenue. Okay? He lived there for 2 years because he was being developed by A&Rs as Jive Records. So a lot of people don't know this. The people that he associated with were all colors, including the females. Plus, when I saw him at the African American Day Parade in Harlem back in 2005, this is when I was in my early 20s, I'm telling my age, he was very friendly with the dark-skinned girls. Now, it could have been a ploy for attention, or he could have just been genuine because he lived around a lot of different people, different shades. Because in Harlem, we come from all different colors. You have some towns in America where black people are strictly or predominantly light skinned. You have some towns in America where black people that live in those towns are predominantly dark skinned. That's how this whole makeup of, segregation, racism, colorism came about in America. It is what it is. That's a whole nother story. But Chris Brown genuinely interacted with those dark-skinned girls. So when I'm finding this whole thing out, I'm like, it's one thing if you have a preference. Everybody has a right to a preference. I have a preference. But when you create signs that says no dark-skinned girls allowed, you crossing a whole nother territory. And in my opinion, when you're doing that, you're just as bad as a racist white person. You may not have control of an economy, but you're basically perpetuating the racism that white people have implemented for years. And it's sort of like you want to be like them. If you were to have that power given to you today or handed to you today or take it tomorrow, you would be just like that. And that's something that we got to think about. With certain people who are black, you may be black based on race. You might be black based on classification. But are you really black based on being down for the community? And I don't see Chris Brown as that. And I'm going to say that this is learned behavior. This man did not just... He didn't just become like this because of fame. He's been like this, and this is an upbringing thing because his mom just shrugged it off. Like, it's just a lyric. I don't even pay attention to it because I think it's stupid. That's exactly what she said today. But I have to say to his mom, this is your son. And people are going to look at you because you're the person that raised him. And usually 9 times out of 10, a lot of this colorism stuff, believe it or not, comes from the mothers. It doesn't come from the fathers. It comes from the mothers. So with that being said, Chris Brown, as an artist, I really like you. And I don't want to see your career be destroyed off of some lyric, especially since you survived pretty much jail. You survived Rihanna's situation. You survived a whole bunch of stuff. You even survived an attempted rape charge. I mean, they've been trying to get you for years. Christopher Maurice Brown, remove that lyric from that record. Or better yet, just take that record off of the album. Because they are coming for you. And with this whole thing between the ADOS movement, between reparations and all that stuff, black people are sick and tired of being played, including stuff like this. Remove that record ASAP, Chris. I am telling you, do it for the sake of yourself. You want to keep them coins in? Remove that. Remove it. And just one more thing, though. It's very interesting if this whole thing about the no darkies allowed, if that's really true, that you have that sentiment for dark-skinned women, why is it that you don't get it that it wasn't dark-skinned women that took you down? They were actually your biggest supporters. It was a light-skinned woman that helped to ruin your career. If you know what I mean. Wink, wink. And it's been white women that's been trying to take you to jail. Wink, wink. But dark-skinned women, they've shown you nothing but love. And on that note, this is your girl, Miss Analytical. I'm signing off. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, and also share this video. It's a controversial topic, but I'm going to come back with some more stuff. And thank you for rocking with me while I've been gone. And I'll get right back with y'all. Take care. That's...